So Enoch Burke has pleaded from Mountjoy prison via video link with the High Court to be released for the festive season on the basis that he's not a thief, he's not a murderer or a drug dealer. However, the High Court has refused because he has refused to purge his contempt. He pleaded with Mr. Justice Conor Dignam on Tuesday morning, that's today, to release him from custody. He was behind bars because of his religious objections to transgenderism. That's what he said. The judge said that he was not prepared to release Mr. Burke, given that teacher at Wilson's Hospital in County Westmeath will not purge his contempt and comply with what the court said, or the judge said, is a valid court order. You need to be absolutely clear that despite this refusal, Mr. Burke can at any time secure his release by purging his contempt. The judge's decision prompted an angry response from the parents of Mr. Burke. They were present in court. They strongly criticised the judge and the judiciary over the jailing of the son. Sean Burke, the father, said the court's refusal to release his son from prison was unbelievable, adding that his son was not a criminal. Enoch Burke's mother, Mrs. Martina Burke, said the judiciary will face judgment from, quote, a higher power and, quote, God Almighty in relation to their decisions regarding her son. She said the case was all about transgenderism and her son's constitutional right to freely express his religious beliefs, which it has been claimed have been breached. Mrs. Burke told the court, quote, shame upon you. After the parents had concluded their addresses to the court, Mr. Justice Dignam said he was not going to enter into a debate with the Burkes about the court's ruling and rose from the bench. So Mr. Burke has refused to purge his contempt, and he repeated what he previously told the court, that complying with the court order would amount to an acceptance by him of trans people. He said he was not prepared to do this, as it would be in breach of his Christian beliefs and his duty to God. He said he was never in trouble before, and he pleaded with the court to use its discretion to, quote, free me for Christmas. He said that the time of the year when the birth of Christ is celebrated by most of the world, he should be released, adding that I am in prison for my religious beliefs. Clearly that is an argument that isn't going to be much good to an atheist or an agnostic. And I'm just wondering, would they be discriminated against, for example, if Mr. Burke was freed on religious grounds? He's been incarcerated in Mountjoy since September over his refusal to comply with High Court injunction to stay away from and not teach at the County Westmeath School which employs him. He claims the row centres around his objection to transgenderism. The school brought High Court proceedings against Mr. Burke over his alleged failure to comply with the terms of his suspension on full pay from the school. So, the school claims that his refusal to comply with the injunction was disruptive to the school's students, etc. The full hearing of the action brought against him by the school remains pending before the High Court, and his appeal against the injunctions which resulted in contempt of court proceedings and his eventual incarceration for failing to abide by an order obtained by the school are due to be heard in February. So it looks at this stage that Mr. Burke will be spending Christmas in prison. That is, unless he decides to purge his contempt, which is a very straightforward matter. He can do that and he can secure his release. That is the situation with Enoch Burke, and today is Tuesday the 13th of December. Hope you find this video informative, useful. What is your view? Should Enoch Burke purge his contempt and secure his release from prison and celebrate the birth of Christ and so on and so forth? Or should he abide by or adhere to his avowed principles and stay in prison in perpetuity, quite frankly, because it seems to be the case that until and unless he purges his contempt, he won't be getting released from Mountjoy anytime soon. What's your view? Stick your comments down below there. I'd be interested to see. I know this particular topic excites quite a bit of and generates quite a bit of comment.